Why, oh why, do we have such a tendency to go on the run? Welcome to Connections. In the Old Testament, there's this wonderful little book that carries the story of a man named Jonah. It seems like Jonah was living in a day when God was calling out in his life to go to a city called Nineveh and to preach the gospel. Jonah said, I don't want any part of that. I love the things of God, but I'm not sure I love right now the way that God is doing things, the way He's calling me to certain things. Now, how about you? Are there areas of your life, are there things of your life where you say, oh, I love the things of God. I love the mercy of God. I love the grace of God. I love His faithfulness to me. I love His patience with me. I love the work that He's doing in my life. But I'm not so sure I love all of the ways of God. You see, there's certain areas in my life where I just want to just kind of hang on to that area and have my way. That's what Jonah was saying. He was saying, I love the things of God. I'm not so sure I love all the ways of God. And it says that he went on the run. And it specifically says in chapter 1 of Jonah, it says that he ran from the presence of the Lord. It doesn't say he ran from the city so much as it does that he ran from the presence of the Lord. It says it twice in chapter 1. Now, how about you in those areas of your life? How about me in the areas of my life where I struggle? Am I saying to God, God, I love the things of you. I love your hand, but I'm not sure I love your way. I want us to consider today what happens to Jonah. Now, if you know the story of Jonah, you know that he does go on the run. You know he ends up on a ship. You know he ends up being tossed over the ship. And then he ends up in the water about to drown, and a great fish swallows him up. Let me share with you what that great fish represents. That great fish represents the grace of God. Jonah ran away from the presence of God, but he could not run from the grace of God, and he ended up running right in to the grace of God. And God calls out to him a second time and says, Jonah, here's what I want you to do. God's not going to give up on His word. He's not going to give up on His ways. He's going to keep calling you to that until you run into your own great fish. And maybe some of you are in that great fish right now, or you feel like you've been swallowed up. Hear the voice of the Lord today. Here's my grace. I'm calling out a second time, He says to you. So consider those things as you work your way through this weekend and as you go into next week. And remember that the grace of God is always there, and you will not escape it. You belong to Him. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in to Connections, and we'll see you very soon.